Okay, we got a lot of electronics here. That jumbo remote we had for a long time, finally we busted it because we used to just throw the remote to each other, you know, if they wanted, someone else wanted to have the remote, and I'd toss it, and, you know, Dana would bust it up a couple of times, and it didn't last long. There's like a Zen garden fountain thing, and there's a yoga thing with a yoga ball. There's a few discs. They were clean discs. What happened was, you know how discs come in a giant, when I say discs, I'm talking about those, it's escaping me. It says Fujifilm on it. It's just a regular, little hard disk. I want to say the official name. Yeah, it's CDR. That's it. CDR. You can put music on it. You can put files on it. And what happened was it was in a giant stack, right, with plastic wrapped around it. And someone tore the plastic, and they became individual, and they had to throw them out by law or store policy, I guess. I don't know. Now back there, you'll see something that says Craig, and that is a digital antenna thing, the digital converter, the big digital converter that happened. It was happening right then when we were actually dumpster diving, so that was big. What was happening, and I know what was happening, where people were taking these home and they were hooking them to the TVs and nothing happened. They didn't get their channels, and they got really pissed. And I could tell really right off the bat what they were doing wrong is they weren't plugging in an antenna. Because what people were saying all over the news and stuff was saying, you will not need your antennas anymore with the new digital converter. That's a lie. You need your antenna. You still need to plug your antenna in the back there, and you plug the rest of your TV, and it works more like a satellite dish, where you don't get fuzzy channels. You just either get a channel or you don't get a channel, or it becomes real choppy like a satellite dish. There's no fuzziness. So yeah, those worked, and actually, thanks to being able to get so many of the digital converters, we were able to figure out, you know, how to use them and what the best range is and stuff. Right now, without a cable or a satellite, we get 19 channels with the digital converter. And actually, I get a channel that I would kind of miss if I did have satellite or cable. It's a retro TV. I find that channel. That channel is really good for someone who likes nostalgic stuff like myself. I think one of those things is a picture frame. Yeah, electronical picture frame. It may have not worked. I mean, I can't remember. Yeah, actually, I think it does work. We still have it. We just never opened it and used it. We were thinking about selling it at a garage sale or something. I don't know. That electronical thing at the top was weird because it was like this really puny, like just USB like drive with pictures on it that had a screen and you could see the pictures, but the screen was like really small, like the end of your thumb small, from your knuckle to the end of your thumbnail small. And I was like, what a piece of shit. But it actually had people's weddings photos on it, but they were so crappy. It's just, I see why they returned it. And I guess when you return something, they have to throw it out. And that's how electronics work. And there's a pocket AM FM radio. It sucked. I believe it went out after a while. So it's probably broken. I'm trying to see what that middle thing is. Oh! Foot, what do you call it? Orthopedics. The help you give an arch to your foot. Daniel still uses those. He had to cut them down to size because they were so big. So yeah, they fit in the shoe. He put them in some boots, I believe. Alright, we're moving along. There's a monkey, sock monkey. Those are funny. There's some Pringles lights. They were okay. They weren't really that great, but they were okay. Yeah. And they're a fountain. Some Nips. I didn't like Nips. Slim Jim, which I love. There's a thing of baby diapers, and of course we don't have any babies in the family, so we donated that to a women's shelter. I can't make out what that thing beside the baby diaper is, but it's probably something else that we donated because we could not use. And whatever that, I think there's a shower cap. We don't use shower caps. I think the thing next to the shower cap that's wrapped, and I think it says made in China on it, is a arm sling, and we just put that in our first aid kit. There's some almonds clusters which were delicious. Those went that night, I believe. It's like, here's the problem. It's like once you get the stuff too, it enforces the idea to yourself. Oh, I did such a good job, you know, blah blah blah. I'm going to eat some of this right now. And, you know, you're talking about 12 o'clock, 1 a.m. eating, and that's never good. And another another reason why we knocked this off was because you're out so late that eventually getting up in the morning was kind of a hassle to go to work. So, yeah, we had to knock it off after a while. Those little blue things are seltzer for water. So, yeah. That's a pretty good day. I mean, that's average. Oh, and one thing I'm not pointing out, that giant pillow. That giant dog pillow was in the garbage. It had nothing on it. It had some lint on it. We cleaned it off and we were going to give it to the dogs, but they didn't want it, so we gave it to the cat. And he didn't really sleep on it that much, but whatever. Moving along. This was a big haul. Sausage. We love our sausage here. I got so sick of that sausage. I haven't eaten a sausage since we got those that one time. It's just so much damn sausage. You get sick of it. I used to love that kind of sausage. So, but it was all good. See, it's all shrink wrapped. You see it? I mean, look at it. It can't go bad that easily. You know, more me ranting here, but it's just such a waste, and I hate it. The milk was interesting. It was cold out, and the milk was good. Some of the milk wasn't even in the dumpster. Like, some kids threw it up against the dumpster and stuff, so we didn't even have to go into the dumpster to get it. The chocolate milk was delicious, and it didn't really last long at all. There's some Pre-Suns. There's some makeup there. I still kept that. You see that clam on the very top next to the watch? I still have that to this day. I was going to do a skit, maybe blackface, but then I decided against it. It wasn't about racial. I was going to do a Bill Cosby impression, or Daniel was going to do a Bill Cosby impression because he's better at it than me. And it was a skit I thought up that was really funny about someone turning into Bill Cosby. And actually, you'll see the Pudding Pals. It was from overeating pudding, is how that would happen. So I actually got an idea for a video from that, but I never really made it into anything. Maybe later. There's some Effordent, which is for dentures. We got rid of that. We give that away. We didn't really have much use for that, thank goodness. There's some tater tots, I believe, up there to the upper left corner. Energy drinks. There are 4 of them. They tasted kind of awful. They were blue ginger or something. It was weird. Blue raspberry ginger. I see some Band-Aids. Actually, that's more than 1 Capri Suns. That's 3 Capri Suns. There's some ladies' pads. Again, we didn't need any of that. We got rid of those. There's a phone on the bottom left, and I don't think it worked right, so I don't think we kept it. And there's some little raspberry, like, fancy little cookies. They were delicious. I always love those kind of cookies that have kind of a gooey center. Also some shampoo. You see that pink shampoo? We did use that. I do like that shampoo. It was a name brand. This is the kind of shampoo, there's a line where they have it for different types of hairs. I believe that was for wavy. They have frizzy, wavy, straight. There was a 4th, but I can't imagine what hair that would be. I guess kinky. That's past curly. Okay, so going to the next. There's some croissants there, I believe. I don't remember. I'm not a big croissant fan, so I don't remember eating those.